Russian forces are in Kyiv, say Ukrainian officials. Multiple explosions heard in Kyiv. Bangladeshis to evacuate Ukraine through bordering countries, says Foreign Ministry. 13th death anniversary of martyred army officials of Pilkhana massacre duly observed. Assalamu alaikum. This is Nusrat Islam welcoming you all to Evening News. You have just heard the headlines. Now let's move on to the details. Ukraine's army is trying to repel a full-scale Russian invasion, with fierce battles taking place close to the capital, Kyiv. Deadly battles have reached the outskirts of Kyiv, and multiple explosions have been heard in the capital on Friday morning, with Ukraine's besieged government accusing Russian forces of having carried out a slew of horrific rocket strikes in the city. Russian tanks have arrived in the surrounding areas of Kyiv, and the Ukrainian army blasted a bridge near Kyiv. Fierce fighting between Russian and Ukrainian troops is undergoing. The Russian assault is being fought on several fronts after it attacked from the east, north, and south on Thursday. Ukraine's defense ministry called on locals to rally and make Molotov cocktails to fight back. There are also videos appearing to show fighting between civilians and people in military uniform. Many people in the Ukrainian capital city of Kyiv took shelter in metro stations on Friday, as the city has plunged into chaos. Ukrainian President Zelensky has appealed to Russia for a ceasefire. He said 137 Ukrainian citizens, both soldiers and civilians, died on Thursday. UN estimates suggesting more than 100,000 people have already fled from their homes. Thousands of Ukrainians arrived by train in Poland's southeastern day. British Defence Minister Ben Wallace said the UK estimated Russia had lost 450 personnel since Moscow launched the offensive in the early hours of Thursday morning. Air and missile strikes have rained down on cities and military bases, with the tanks rolling in across three sides of Ukraine's vast border. It followed weeks of escalating tensions as Russia massed troops around the country. Ben Wallace said it was clear that Russia had never intended to limit its invasion to the Donbas region, but had always planned to take the whole of Ukraine. Wallace's speech comes after the UK imposed a raft of sanctions on Russia, including freezing the assets of all major Russian banks. Western leaders scheduled an emergency meeting, and Ukraine's president pleaded for international help to fend off an attack that could topple his democratically elected government, cause massive casualties, and ripple out damage to the global economy. Prices for energy have surged in Europe because its economy is closely tied to Russia and Ukraine.
The whole of Ukraine, the nonsense they were spouting about the Donbas, and it were, as ever, with a whole series of dishonest claims, are not the case, and that's why you've seen a number of columns of Russian army entering the city from the south, from the north, from Belarus even, and indeed from the separatist region. But
Russia's foreign minister on Friday held talks in Moscow with representatives of the self-proclaimed Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republics. Sergei Lavrov told them Russia invaded Ukraine because it could not remain indifferent to direct requests from the separatists to do so. The foreign minister of the self-proclaimed Luhansk People's Republic thanked the Russians for their military action. Meanwhile, world leaders have widely condemned the invasion and on Friday began to fine-tune a response meant to punish the Russian economy and its leaders, including President Vladimir Putin's inner circle. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Bangladeshis stranded in Ukraine can seek safe shelters through the other bordering countries, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, and Moldova, along with Poland, as per their convenience. On Thursday, the ministry suggested to evacuate stranded Bangladeshis to Poland as Ukraine shares its western border with Poland, while Russian troops entered its breakaway republics through the eastern side. However, this morning, the ministry suggested Bangladeshis that they could also evacuate the troubled Eastern European country to its western and southwestern bordering countries, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, and Moldova, apart from Poland. The 13th anniversary of the brutal carnage at the Pilkhana BDR, now BJP headquarters in the capital, is being observed on Friday. A total of 74 people, including 57 army officers, were killed in the massacre beginning on this day in 2009. Border Guards Bangladesh has organized Quran Khawani, Doa and Milad Mahfil marking the day. Major General S.M. Salahuddin Islam, Military Secretary to the President, and Major General Naqib Ahmed, Military Secretary to the Prime Minister, placed floral wreaths at the graves of the slain army officers at the military graveyard in the capital's Bonani area on behalf of the President and the Prime Minister, respectively. Besides Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan, chiefs of the three services also paid their tributes to the slain army officers. They also stood in solemn silence for a while. Ruling Awami League, BNP and other political parties paid tribute. During the day, family members and relatives of the slain officers also paid their tributes to the slain army officers. The headman of a remote neighborhood in Bandorbon's Ruma Upojela and his 4 sons have been hacked to death. The incident took place at Abupara in the Upojela's Galenga Union around 10 p.m. on Thursday. Ruma police said they were informed about the matter much later, but a team has been sent to the area to investigate the incident. Police, however, are yet to determine the motive behind the killings. The killers remain unidentified as well. Now cricket. Bangladesh bowlers have grabbed 6 wickets of Afghanistan in the second ODI in Chattogram. Afghanistan need 154 runs from 18 overs to reach the daunting target set by Bangladesh. Pacer Taskin Ahmed took 2 crucial wickets of Rahmat Shah and Najibullah. Both of them hit half-centuries. Shakib took another 2 Afghan wickets and Shariful grabbed 1. Liton Das's 5th ODI century and Mushfiqur Rahim's magnificent 86 helped Bangladesh post 306 for 4 in 50 overs batting first against Afghanistan. The partnership between him and Mushfiqur yielded 202 of 186, which was the highest third wicket partnership for Bangladesh.
Going to the right angles and giving us the right pictures.
Before ending, let's have a look on the headlines once again. Russian forces are in Kyiv, say Ukrainian officials. Multiple explosions heard in Kyiv. Bangladeshis to evacuate Ukraine through bordering countries, says Foreign Ministry. 13th death anniversary of martyred army officials of Pilkhana massacre duly observed. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates of our NTV's all popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shontar Khabor, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.